Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Kind of a technology thing going on today's program. Mark Fidelman, he's been a guest on the show several times before. A good friend to the program. Mark is a social media expert extraordinaire, author of an outstanding book called Socialize. He's also a columnist for Forbes.com. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Mark, real quickly, kind of give us an overview, exactly all the things you're involved in as it relates to social media. And today I'm really excited because we are going to focus on something that he could only barely scratch the surface on the last time we were on. We'll go a little deeper on that. It's a pretty special project that could create a paradigm shift in the way influencers engage with brands that want to be influenced. So, but before we get into that, a little bit about your story. Go ahead.
Yeah, all the things that you mentioned, Kevin, and thank you for that, by the way. The book, the column that I have all been building towards, and the consulting company have all been building towards this platform and network that we've created called Rainforest. And Rainforest is simply a marketplace where influencers, brands get together to promote things, to work together to solve problems. If it's a social cause, it's to help raise more awareness for a particular social cause. Mm-hmm. So in a nutshell, that's what it is.
Yeah. And meanwhile, you have, there's, a lot of, for several years now, we've had brands engaging with influencers, but it's been kind of in a haphazard sort of way. A lot of, stumbling going on. And really, it's only been something that has been fairly limited to the most elite influencers and the most elite brands. And you're trying to break down those walls.
I really am. I mean, we've created a tool or solution where it walks everyone through the process, its full life cycle, so that not only can you hire, you can monitor and measure, and you get this nice-looking infographic at the end of the day after the campaign's done to hand it over to your supervisor or your executives that says, this is how the influencers performed, this is the ROI we got from it, we should run another one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about the evolution of that idea.
Wow. I mean, great question, by the way. It really started by accident 3 years ago when I ran my first influencer campaign accidentally. I basically, researched who the most influential people in open source were and put a list together, published an infographic, and 600,000 views later, and the press were calling me. This turned into a huge opportunity for us because not only did we visibly recognize those influential people in open source, but they turned to us and said, what can we do for you? And that was an aha moment for me. It's like, okay, I can get these people to do things for me for free to help promote my business or products or services just because I recognize them online. So, it's evolved from there, but we're at a point now, and after a lot of research and after a lot of doing some marketing campaigns with influencers, we think we've developed the secret sauce for brands to hire influencers to work with them in a very productive way to drive ROI that is far superior than to banner ads or newspaper ads or even television ads. Mm-hmm. It all comes down to trust.
Yep. Absolutely. And so that's what you're shooting for is to really try to create a new way of moving consumers, business decision makers, et cetera, not through traditional branding that, may or may not have value. And I think people have become more and more cynical about, but talking about people that are passionate about their products that have credibility and therefore lend their credibility to those products.
Correct. I think the ultimate example of this, there are actually a few, but the one I like to highlight is Oprah. If Oprah were to hold up my book tomorrow, there's no question I'd sell 50, 60, 70,000 copies. She's got that kind of power. Now, I will tell you, everyone that's listening, there are people in your industry that might not have Oprah's ability to move product, but could come close or even half or a quarter of what she's able to do. That would be significant, and that's somebody that you should be partnering with in driving the sale or awareness of your products or services.
A lot of people will take my call, but she's not one of them. Well, believe me, buddy, I've tried.
Well, you and I both, Kevin.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the, how this is going to work practically. The thing that resonated with me, and first of all, give it a name. You got a name actually in development. Can you talk about it now by name?
Yeah, of course. It's called Rainforest. It's going to be in beta next month. And we've already got 100 brands and 2,000 influencers that have signed up. So, and we haven't even really started to promote it. This is probably the first time.
I love it. I'm humbled that you chose my program to do that, and and we've been supportive of each other's work for a while now, and so I love it. Spell Rainforest for us.
Yes, it's RAYN Forest, so it's rain with a Y forest. I couldn't get Rainforest with an I .com because I was being asked to spend $1 million. I wasn't ready for that as a startup.
Yeah, well, and everyone else seems to abuse the English language to develop their domain names these days. Why should you stop that,
That's right.
So, Rainforest, RAYNFOREST.com. By the way, I'm in the first 100 list of influencers that signed up, and so thanks to our friend Jenna who tapped me in for that. Jenna Dobkin, an excellent communications and PR expert, and I'm delighted to be one of those influencers. I appreciate it.
We're happy to have you. Yes.
So talk about let's talk about how brands of all sizes will be able to engage with influencers to make things happen.
Well, great question. One of two ways: either they put out a campaign, what we call a deal, and influencers sign up for it. This is all online, by the way. Or even better, we've developed a set of algorithms with some very famous companies that do this full time to match you up, Match.com style, with the brand that you're most likely to impact or its products. So let's say, Kevin, you were very influential about televisions. We'd probably match you up with the leading television brands in the world, and just say, hey, if you work with him, he will drive, based on past history, he'll drive this kind of level of awareness and leads for your organization. So over time, we expect this to become, very, very intelligent as we learn, and we'll be able to match people up automatically without them doing anything.
Mark Fidelman is our guest. Mark, do you have time for another segment?
Yes, of course.
All right, rainforest.com, RAYN forest.com. It's coming soon. You might want to sign up to be make sure that you're a part of that. If you're an influencer or a brand, you definitely want to check this out. It's going to be launching September 4th at 11 a.m. We're lucky to get to talk about it quite a few days early right here on The Price of Business. More after this. Remember, the best content here, it shows up over there at usatoreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.